All right, the video stopped. Here we go again. So I'm going to untwist it here. And then that alleviates pressure. So it allows you to actually open it up. If you try to pull it without opening this cap, you'll actually pull and ruin this red hose. This is permanently attached. This red hose does not come off. So once you get it out, you get it into this position, a little bit higher up, and then you can remove the cap. Once you remove the cap, then you put on that attachment right here. Okay, now that the attachment's on, you just thread it on right there, attach it, put it on, then you move it over to your sewer location. Hold that up, put this in there, let that go back down. There's sometimes rocks or whatever you can use to hold this up so you can see it. Now you always do the bottom tank. It's always number 2 first. Number 2 is the black one here. And you pull, and you'll hear the water go through, and it's releasing the black tank. So this is your number 2 black tank. The top is the gray, and that is a gray handle. So you do the bottom first, and after this actually drains out and you don't see any more fluids running through, I just have water in here right now, flushing the tank, cleaning it out. So I'm doing a double flush in between renters to keep everything safe and sanitary. And once you feel like everything's out, you can't feel anything in the hose, you can kind of wiggle the hose around. Of course, you can see I'm wearing gloves. And once you think it's all done, you don't feel like there's anything left in there, which there's not, you push it, and you push it and give it a nice push and make sure it's shut. You don't want this valve open. And then the next valve is the gray. I like to actually grab the actual whole line here and just give it a nice pull. And then this valve is a smaller valve, so it won't empty quite as fast as the black tank. The black tank has a bigger valve to allow toilet paper and such go through. This is just allowing just water and shower drainage to go out. So this does take a little bit longer to do the gray tank. Okay, so I'm dumping the gray tank. The gray tank does actually show empty. The holding tank isn't always accurate the first little while. It takes a second for the holding tank to kind of actually register the tank. Sometimes there's just a little bit of debris that gets kind of in there, just a little bit of toilet paper. You have your fresh water, that has 2 bars. Holding tank, if you're at a third, you're fine. Gray tank just completely emptied out and just cycled through. This might take a little bit for that to cycle. If it stays at 1/3, that's fine, you're empty. And that's it for dumping.